Good morning, everybody. Jack Leeson with StartupTrading.com. It is 9:12 here on January 6th. Let's see here. Title of the video is well past all Friday's targets. So we're going to take a look first off at the NASDAQ and just analyze that action on Friday. What we were kind of anticipating happening and what has happened from there. Out of the lows on Friday, let's just real quickly on the daily chart be aware of where we are and what we ran into. I was using the September 11th extension. It is the same anchor new high and has previously been used multiple times. It was used here in September and then again in October on the back of the election completed targets. And then we fell all the way back down into kind of similar pattern where we are here. We didn't quite get to 50. We traded the 38 multiple days, ran up to targets. Here's that same pattern again. We got that 38, didn't quite get to 50. That upside target from this anchor is going to be a 23,194. So that's what we're coming out of, just to be clear. And so far we're pushing it pretty hard out of those daily time frame support levels. Now on Friday, one of the long setups I was looking for in the morning trade plan was just going to be that next traditional. We ended up holding an extension off the open. So that was the 330 high to high that held, didn't quite get targets, and then we rotated all the way back down into this traditional. The traditional was 21,280. That was the level. We rotated higher, completed those targets in the same day. So we had, a 200 plus point profit target completed in the same day, and that has blown through. It's this traditional here blew through its negative 23 on Friday. It's negative 61 overnight, and the overnight high right now is the negative 100, so basically double the size of the original move. Now, what I would like to see here today, and really the first level of support, I'm going to get rid of this Friday draw. I want to see us rotate into it back into the extension long, and that's going to be my discount zone here today. Right now, the 50% retracement is right around 21,000. Let me get the exact level. Call it 21,602. 21,602 is going to be that 50% retracement. That's what you're going to want to see holds. I do think up here there could potentially be some selling considering we're at the negative 100, but it's hard to want to go short. There's a ATR bar going in, of course, as I'm speaking. But if that does not hold, I would expect the traditional to trade below us. The traditional, just like Friday, we open up in extensions. Those trade, they react, and then we sweep down into the traditional. Will be 21,511. So both of those, really anything below this level in those setups, I'm going to take into consideration as a long series. The only other situation here where I could argue for shorts, especially if we just get blasted down off the open, if this is going to just be a big old wedge and take some time, the traditional on the daily chart that had previously broken, okay, this move here from basically what is the all-time high to the initial lows of December 20th, we're right on that 50% retracement. So it's something that's previously broken though, so I don't give it a whole lot of weight. But if we do see an immediate break off the extension and nobody home at the traditional, know that this is where we're coming from. If we're trading this extension before open, which it looks like we're going to do it, I'm not sure if I really want to stick my neck out in it. I was kind of hoping we'd rotate down into it a little later, just like we did. The support wasn't really found on Friday until about after 10 o'clock, so after the first half an hour. You're just not ever sure if that those big old gaps are going to get sold. And considering we're at targets, it looks like they are so far. But then moving on to the S&P 500 here, guys, very similar setup, same anchors really. We had that 330 low to high. The ES has a whole lot less volatility here. We completed that target at 59.79s. From there, we just continued higher, and the ES didn't really have many more great setups after that. You could argue into the end of the day, the 940 high to high traded, and you might have got a couple point bounce at a close, but there wasn't as many opportunities past that initial move. However, we have completely blown through both of the negative 100s here, we can use this here as a same anchor new high, and that, where is it? Come here. That 50% retracement is going to be a 6,003. So I'm actually going to move my discount level up. If we break these extensions off the open and it's clear that there's selling, I'm going to basically redo my anticipated moves here. But as long as we hold them, we're going to remain in the trend that we had on Friday. And if that's the case, then it'll be longs, right? So that is it for the indexes. I'm only going to go over them because I'm really only trading those during this 150K account challenge for the time being. So I'm only interested in those markets. So I will share these levels with you guys in the room and then jump on the squawk for the remainder of the day. Let's see if we can squeeze some lemon out of the juice. Take care.